Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and wait, what's this? We're in December already? Well, looks to me like we're finally in December already, so yeah, looks like after quite several quite about several months since after what we've actually gone through for the majority of this year, we're finally in December as we speak, so yeah, not only is of course this year about to come to a close, and I know for the fact that Christmas is right around the corner as we speak, and boy, I absolutely can't wait for that because, yeah, I've got a lot to do for sure, so. But I guess, moreover, I think from what I can gather, looks to me like I've actually got a good batch of movies to actually see for this month for sure. That is really going to take me by surprise the more I think about it for sure, so. So, yeah. I think it's probably the best way I can actually say that at the top of my head for sure, so. So yeah, I know I've got a lot to do before this year wraps up, so I gotta make sure I gotta make that count for sure, so. So yeah. I guess we might as well dive right into that, and that would beg the question. What can I do to officially kickstart this entire month for sure, right up until the end of this year? I mean, I've got a lot to do before Christmas coming up, and I know I'm slated to do a list of my favorite movies for this year that I'll actually post by the end of this month for sure, so. What can I do to finally kick things off for, of course, for December of this year as we speak? Well, you know what? I think I've probably been through enough movies for sure about pretty much made here in America. I think maybe it's time that we dive right into, of course, something that I've rarely actually done throughout the course of these thoughts videos, though. Technically, I guess you can make the argument is that I may or may not have done these in my thoughts videos in the past, so. But then again, I was a little bit boggled up by other videos that I got worked out on in my part, so. So. But yeah, I guess if anything, pretty much, I think it's about time that we step aside from, of course, talking about movies made here in America and actually talk about some movies that are made in other countries for sure, so. So yeah, what do I think would be a good one for me to talk about? Well, I believe there is something that I can talk about. Well, since I did mention that I really want to dive right into, of course, talking about a movie that had made in other countries, I think there was one in particular that I actually do have in mind, so how about that we talk about a movie that's not just made in other countries, in another country. How about we talk about a movie that's actually given to us from Japan? Yeah. Yeah, I think it makes sense, of course, the Haga front for sure, so yeah, Google Japan, pretty much the country known for, of course, some wonderful people, some really nice, delectable food, some beautiful landscaping, and of course, pretty much, moreover, probably the most batshit crazy entertainment that's actually been given to us for sure, so. But although I actually make it no big surprise, I have talked about a great number of stuff that are from Japan for sure, particularly from particularly a good number of Japanese anime for sure. So yeah, I make it no big surprise, of course, that front. I have talked about a great amount of stuff in Japan beforehand for sure. So. Guilty as charged, I will say that for sure, but honestly, I do think it would be interesting for me to talk about for sure, because as much as I do like a good number of movies that are given to us from Hollywood, I think it makes sense to talk about a bit of Japanese cinema for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I could say on, of course, that front for sure. So that would beg the question, what did I pretty much see today that's part of the Japanese cinema category? Well, I believe there is something that I can actually talk about, and I know I did mention him, and of course, on my thoughts videos in the past for sure. So I think it's about time that we finally talk about one of its movies once again. But believe it or not, we're actually going to talk about a certain movie monster that's given to us in this latest movie from its country of origin. Let your mind sink into that for sure. So yeah, I guess if you can't tell right about now, I think it's about time that we pretty much dive right into, of course, this latest movie that I have the privilege to officially go see not too long ago. And in case a lot of you guys are quite curious, I'm going to be talking about the latest movie that had just came out, which is none other than Godzilla -1. So yeah, that's of course what I'm going to be talking about here today. It is of course the latest movie that had just came out that is thankfully given to us from the kind people of Japan under their well-known production company over there, Toho. But believe it or not, given to of course what I actually said, it is of course the latest movie starring the pretty much Japan's own well-known gigantic movie monster, which is of course Godzilla. So, yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright, so yeah, before I could go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I think it's actually quite fitting that, to really get this out real quick. So, what can I say about Godzilla that a lot of people haven't already? So yeah, I think it's actually quite clear that when you actually think of some well-known movie monsters, and I don't mean just any movie monsters in particular, but more like giant movie monsters that's been around ever since the dawn of cinema, Godzilla is definitely one of those that you can easily think of at the top of your head for sure. So yeah, pretty much for Godzilla to be around for quite a long time now for sure is actually really quite incredible for sure, spawning of course several movies over the years, and has actually pretty much been the main subject to, of course, a certain type of genre when it comes to Japanese cinema in particular, which is of course, well, kaiju. So yeah, I think it is actually quite fitting, of course, that front for sure. Godzilla has been around for quite some time, and it's actually for good reason for sure, whether it be for pretty much some of the great ones that actually have him, or some of the terrible ones that we like to forget, or the ones that we actually are split in between for sure. So yeah, even when we tried to remake Godzilla pretty much here in America, it actually has been pretty much been up and down for sure, but hey, as long as it actually did deliver like what Japan is of course delivering well, I say we're actually in for something really great for sure. And let's not forget to mention a couple years ago, I did talk about pretty much one movie that did involve Godzilla for sure, which is of course Godzilla vs. Kong, to which yeah, I did do a thoughts video on that, so I do recommend looking back on it just to see what I thought about it for sure. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, given to, of course, what we got here in America, I think it makes sense for me to talk about Godzilla again, but again from his country of origin, Japan, for sure, to which I do find it to be a really interesting pretty much blend, for sure. We actually got Godzilla movie made here in America, and now we're shifting over to, of course, pretty much be giving a Godzilla movie from Japan, for sure. So yeah. And I do recall when I actually saw the trailers for, of course, this movie, I actually did get myself really excited to see on pretty much how it'll go. I mean, yeah. Really think about it. When you actually saw the trailers, you're thinking to yourself, oh, are they actually going to deliver on something really great? Well, what more do you think you were going to get for sure? I mean, come on, it's Godzilla. So yeah, of course they might actually give us something great for sure. So yeah, and of course a bit of an interesting story actually. I was originally going to start off this month with, of course, the new Willy Wonka movie that's coming out in less than a couple of weeks from now. But after seeing, of course, what I'm actually seeing with this film, and of course the next one that I do hope to get to later on, I think it makes sense to really cram this movie in at the last minute just to see what I'm going to be getting myself into. So yeah, and of course I was going to rely on Regal to see about seeing this movie, but when I heard that the local movie theater I always love going to, Crown City Cinemas, is going to be playing it, I've actually decided, you know what, maybe I should pop on over there instead just to see this movie for sure. And that's exactly what I did. Thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas, as always, I was able to get myself in to actually see this movie for myself. And well, I've officially got back from, of course, seeing this movie not too long ago, and I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, now that I got the chance to see it, what do I think of this movie now that I got to see it? Well, allow me to flick on my pretty much overexcitement switch right about now, just to see what I actually thought about this movie. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, what do I think of this movie now that I got the chance to see it? Well, you're gonna be surprised once I actually say it, but everything from what I've actually seen from beginning to end, well, to quote a little something that I do recall pretty much seeing on the internet years and years ago that still holds up even to this day, I think pretty much what I actually thought of this movie is basically, oh my god, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life! No, I'm completely serious. It's the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life! Yeah, you're actually seeing it right there. This movie, my god, is it's unbelievable. It is absolutely incredible. Everything from about it, from beginning to end, my god, this is not only the best movie I've actually seen this year, but it is, without a doubt, probably the best movie I've actually seen in my entire life. So, congratulations, Toho, the people who made this movie, and everyone in Japan. You actually gave me a really fantastic movie all the way. Yeah, that's actually what I thought about this movie. It's everything I would expect, and it delivered perfectly, quite well, almost flawlessly for sure. So yeah, that's how much I actually really love this movie entirely. It is just absolutely great, and my god, it's probably the best one I've actually seen this year by far, and let alone my entire life. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright. Alright, so yeah, now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about with, of course, this film. For starters is, of course, the story, and, well, the story for this movie is actually pretty simple like, first. Pretty much playing out its plot like any of the other Godzilla movies that came out beforehand, and with, of course, what I'm actually seeing, I do like the idea on what they're actually going for, just being like all the other Godzilla movies when it comes to its story, but also adding one or two more details to actually make it more fresh and relevant, and adding something new and creative to make it stand out, and with what I'm seeing with, of course, its story, yeah, it really does deliver on, of course, pretty much that front for sure. Literally from, of course, what I'm actually seeing, I really do admire on how well crafted and how well structured out this story is for sure. It really does make it all the more incredible from, of course, what I've actually seen, and really does get me fully engaged on, of course, what's going on for sure. There was never one moment where, of course, I actually got bored with, of course, what I'm actually seeing. No, I follow through on what's going on for sure to really get a grip on, of course, what I'm actually in for. And this movie really did deliver on, of course, exactly that for sure. And, of course, the way pretty much it showed off everything from, of course, pretty much its time period where, of course, it actually takes place for sure. And even the harsh and grim reality that it wanted to push hard to keep it all the more engaging. That's how much it really stood out to me. And it does help flow out the story a whole lot more for sure. And I really do admire on what this movie is actually done for sure. So yeah, not only that, the writing, I have to say, my God, that probably is without doubt also really fantastic all the way for sure. Pretty much from, of course, what I've actually seen, it's actually very well crafted, and it's, of course, very crisp and clean, and really does know how to, of course, do exactly the hang. Like, of course, if there's pretty much a scene with some really heavy dialogue, it knows how to do that, and it did deliver on that, and whatever bits of action and destruction wanting to play out, that too is, of course, written out perfectly for sure. So yeah, literally from, of course, what I've actually seen, yeah, that's how much I really do love the writing and, of course, this film. It really is written out quite well, and it does help get things structured out entirely, just so that I can really get myself investing on what's going on for sure. And everything else from what I can gather, I was in my seat holding in my excitement, as, of course, my inside is like, oh yes, 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 and, of course, it also does know how to bring in some really great heartwarming moments to really get myself investing on all of that, and I really do like how well it's actually played out, So yeah, I guess with, of course, what I've actually seen, both the story and the writing, I have to say, absolutely brilliant, and I really love the hardworking effort to make this movie structured out for sure, and I really do think they did an incredible job, and, of course, exactly that, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright. Alright, so yeah, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and move on to the next couple of things I need to talk about for sure, which, for starters, is, of course, the characters, and I will have to say the characters in, of course, this movie for sure, well, I think when you really think about it for a second, when you actually came into, of course, pretty much a Godzilla movie, you actually wanted to see, well, Godzilla for sure, to which, yeah, I guess it does kind of make sense, of course, that front, because, yeah, for the title of the movie to actually have the pretty much the monster's name, of course you're gonna have to feature the main monster for sure. But at the same time, to really fill in the gap for sure, you really need to have a group of human characters that you need to see and get to know for sure. Just to really get a grasp on, of course, pretty much what they have got going on and what problems they need to overcome, leading to, of course, them fighting off the gigantic monster for sure. And with what I'm seeing with, of course, this movie, yeah, they really deliver well on, of course, the characters for sure. Everything from, of course, what I'm actually seeing, I do find them all the more likable. I do find them all the more interesting. I really got a good sense of, well, not good sense, but a really great sense of development to give it to all of them, and what flaws they're willing to overcome just to see if they can either make it to the end or die for sure. To which, yeah, I do think this movie really did an incredible job in establishing the characters for sure. I really got myself invested by all of them, and I really get to know them quite well for sure. So the ones that I do want to see make it out alive, I do want to see them make it out alive for sure. That's how much I actually really do pretty much find myself invested with, of course, all these characters for sure, and whenever someone actually dies for sure, I really do feel that for sure, because they've actually been through a whole lot from what I can gather, and it does make it all the more tragic just to see them get killed for sure, whether it be from Godzilla itself or anything else in particular for sure. So yeah, that's actually what I can say for, of course, the characters and, of course, this movie for sure. Now, as for the actors that came on board to play all these characters, that I have to say is also brilliantly well done. Not only is this movie very well casted from, of course, what I can gather, but all the actors that came on board to play all these characters, they really pulled off some really great performances, in my opinion, and I really do think they really gave it all they've got with, of course, the material they're actually giving for sure. And I really do admire, of course, what they've actually done to really commit themselves to actually be in this movie for sure. It actually makes it all the more incredible, and I do find myself really investing, of course, all of them for sure. And the way pretty much their delivery on their performances, that too, I think, really stood out to me quite well, and I'm impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen on screen for sure. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the best way I can actually say for, of course, the characters and the actors for sure. They're all the more great to me, and I actually am really impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alright, so now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Actually, quite a whole lot for sure. For starters is, of course, the visuals and the effects, and that I have to say, my god, if this movie would have been nominated for an Oscar for Best Visual Effects right now, I say that definitely deserves it alongside Oppenheimer in a massive tie for sure, because my god, let me tell you, the visuals and the effects in this movie, absolutely amazing for sure. Everything from, of course, what I'm actually seeing, from the way Godzilla actually looks in this movie to, of course, everything that's going on for sure, like all the pretty much buildings and stuff being absolutely destroyed by Godzilla whenever pretty much he comes by, and pretty much with its path of destruction and actually giving out a massive roaring stuff. all the more reason on how it actually turned out. I think, if anything, it really does stand out in particular, and I'm impressed with what I've actually seen for sure. There was never one moment where, of course, it was pretty much a massive eyesore in particular. No, the visuals and the effects in this movie, that I will have to admit, is probably the best part in the flick, and whenever I see all that stuff that's gone on, for sure, you really do feel like it's actually really there for sure, to which, yeah, I think that makes it stand out a whole lot more, and I'm impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen. Not only that, but the action, I have to say, again, mostly consists of course, pretty much Godzilla stomping around, leaving a massive path of destruction, to, of course, the human characters fighting back against the massive threat, for sure. That, I will have to say, is actually brilliantly well done in particular, and I'm impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen. Not only that, but the towing atmosphere also works brilliantly well, for sure, like whenever it needs to be pretty much give us some wild destruction, it knows how to do that and give us the right tone for, of course, that. Where, of course, pretty much where it also needs to slow down and actually calm things down. That, this movie actually does that too, and I'm impressed, pretty much of the way both sides actually fit in well, again, with its towing atmosphere to really make it stand out for sure, to which, yeah, I do think really is incredible in my opinion, and I think this movie really did a fine job with its towing atmosphere for sure, So yeah, and of course, the direction in this film is pretty much, yeah, the direction in this film from the film's director, that too I think is brilliantly well done in my opinion. I think it really stood out quite well from what I've actually seen, and I think that makes it all the more incredible for sure. And also, the cinematography in this film, that too is absolutely brilliant to me, and of course, pretty much the way they showcase each and every single camera shot for sure, that I think really stood out to me and is actually very incredible to watch for sure. And of course, the film is cut perfectly through some fantastic editing, I have to say, and yeah, what else can I say about this movie for sure? But I guess moreover, it really does know how to be a really massive Godzilla movie, while also, yeah, pretty much keeping up with the formula of a Godzilla movie, but also bringing something new and creative to make it stand out a whole lot more for sure. And I think this movie really did an incredible job with what it's actually done to actually make it a really great time for sure. So yeah. That's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie, so yeah, overall, my God. I mean, just, my God. What else can I say about this movie that hasn't already been said in particular? Yeah, everything, I mean, everything about this movie actually stands out quite well, and yeah, and for years, I've actually seen a lot of great movies for sure, and I think it's no big surprise that despite a few massive hiccups for sure, this year has actually been giving me a lot of good movies for sure, but I guess in this case, this is probably the best movie I've actually seen by far for sure. Everything, I mean, everything from, of course, what I've actually seen, that actually really makes it all the more incredible, and yeah, literally from, of course, everything from what I've seen from beginning to end, I never get tired of course, seeing this movie, and, well, once the movie is officially over, it was actually so great, I just wanted more, so yeah, that's how much I actually really love this movie in particular. Everything from the story, to the characters, to the visuals and the effects, the action, the direction, everything about it, absolutely brilliant by far, So yeah, I guess if anything, they really nailed it on the head with, of course, this movie, and I'm actually really impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen by far. This is probably not only the best movie I've actually seen this year, but I say without a doubt, this is, without a doubt, hands down, probably the best movie I've actually seen in my entire life, for sure. So yeah, to really recap years ago, it's pretty much, yeah, I guess it's almost kind of similar, of course, how I feel about pretty much the 2019 Cats movie being not only the worst movie I've actually seen in 2019, but also the worst movie I've actually seen in my life. I guess for the case of Godzilla -1, yeah, I guess without a doubt, this is not only the best movie I've actually seen pretty much this year by far, but this is, without a doubt, the best movie I've actually seen in my entire life, for sure, So yeah. Yeah, you heard it right there, folks. The latest Godzilla movie that I just got the chance to actually see, and yeah. Yeah, and I'm definitely saying that pretty much out loud. This is absolutely the best movie I've actually seen in my entire life. Period. My God. Yeah, I don't need to say anything else. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, yeah, I'm actually pretty much looking at the credits of this movie all the way up in the sky as given to me from God for giving me something really great. And that's actually what's being given to me. All this movie is given to me is just an absolute masterpiece. Just an absolute masterpiece to date. So yeah. I guess that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that up front for sure. So yeah, it is without a doubt probably the best movie I've actually seen by far, not only this year, but also my entire life for sure. And given to the other good movies I've actually seen and talked about over the years, that's saying a whole lot, So yeah, I guess either way, I do recommend this movie all the way, so whether it be you're a fan of Godzilla, or just a, or should I say a die-hard fan of Godzilla, or just an average moviegoer, trust me when I say you're gonna be in for a massive blast once you actually see this movie by far. Yeah, it is actually really great, and I do think this actually is well worth checking out for sure, even if you're willing to, of course, survive, well, Godzilla's rampage and massive amount of destruction thrown its path for sure, So yeah, I guess if anything, I do think this movie is well worth checking out for sure, and I highly recommend it all the way, So yeah, I can't believe it's come to this, folks, and yes, I know I did give that score for Once Upon a Studio a couple months beforehand, but literally everything, I mean, everything that I've actually said about this movie, I can't believe it's actually come to this, folks, but I am proud, without a doubt, that for my final score, I am definitely gonna say, without a doubt, Godzilla -1 deserves a massively solid, cream on the crop, icing on top of the cake, massively solid, and massively perfect 10 out of 10 as my final score for sure. So yeah, that's how much I really love this movie for sure. Everything from, of course, what I've actually seen, it really does deserve that score all the way for sure, and I do think this is well worth checking out from beginning to end for sure. So yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, do so. It is awesome. I think it's well worth checking out in the end for sure, and I do highly recommend it all the way. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say. Of course, that front for sure. So yeah. Alright. Alright, so yeah, I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and I think I might as well go ahead and ask you guys this one question, given to, of course, my pretty much my final score that I actually gave to this movie. I just want to know, what do you guys think of Godzilla -1? Do you absolutely really enjoyed it like I do, or do you absolutely hate it, or do you think it's somewhere in between? Let me know in the comment section below. I would definitely love to know on what you guys think for sure. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and well, looks like we've only gotten started with, of course, pretty much the amount of movies that I'm actually seeing for this month, and well, we've got a long ways to go before this year wraps up for sure, so I've actually got a lot to do for sure, and wait, I've also noticed something. I think with, of course, what I've actually been putting up for sure, looks like I'm actually getting close to 900 videos on this channel. Holy shit! I never thought I would actually make it that far. Well, what can I do in the meantime for sure? Well, I did recall getting one video request pretty much from Fandify on Instagram for sure, so I better get right on that for sure, so. But until then, and right up until I'll see the next movie that I'll actually get the chance to see, all I can say is, well, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyattackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and plenty more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.